When it comes to overdrive pedals, MXR are no stranger to the market. Now, as a brand, they've always had a ton of really cool drive pedals available. Everything ranging from your basic kind of Tube Screamer and DS1 kind of vibe circuits right up to some more obscure stuff. MXR have always got some good stuff on hand. In this video, we're going to look at a brand new one. This is the super badass dynamic overdrive. So the super badass dynamic overdrive from MXR is quite a simple but very organic sounding and feeling drive pedal. Now, I don't know this for definite, so don't take this as gospel, but I'm going to assume this is based off a Tube Screamer style architecture purely because of the layout. This to me looks like the classic GT-OD, but with a few extra tweaks. So we've got a very simple 3-knob layout and a 2-position cut and boost toggle switch. So at the time of this video being shot, there's currently no instruction manual available. So obviously some of these details may be different to what you actually find out on the day, which is why I'm saying don't take this as gospel. But I think this is based off that Tube Screamer kind of family based on the sound and feel of this thing. So before we dive into the specs of the pedal, I just want to let you guys know this is not a paid video. The guys at MXR have loaned me this pedal for the purpose of making this video today, and all the thoughts and opinions you're hearing are my own. So as I said, this thing has a really simple layout, so it's very easy to dial in tones. So if we check this thing up close up, we've got a gain control, which controls the amount of drive you're hearing. On this side, we have a level control, which is obviously the output level. And then here we have the tone control, which controls how bright or dark the sound is. So really simple, 3 knobs. And then here we have a 2-position switch. In the up position, it's boost mode. So it just adds a little more kick and a little bit more power. And then in the down mode, it's cut mode, which to my ears kind of shaves off some of the lows, which is why I kind of think this is based on the Tube Screamer kind of vibe, because in the cut mode, it kind of feels like a Tube Screamer circuit. And then in the boost mode, it just has a little bit more kick and a little bit more aggression. So obviously, it's really simple to dial in. We've got side-mounted jacks on this thing and a usual 9-volt DC input. It's obviously an MXR pedal, so it's built like a tank. It's built in their usual way. Everything is solid. Everything feels robust. The switch feels really good. The foot switch feels really good. The knobs have good travel on them. So, I mean, it's an MXR. You know you can put this on your board and you can trust it. So really, there's not a lot to say about the thing. It's very simple. You can dial in tones very easily with this pedal. Visually, it's quite striking. We've got this lovely silvery grey finish with the red stripe down the middle. Clear knobs are a nice touch here as well. And we've got a really bright red LED there in the middle. Really, we should let the sound of this thing talk for itself. So I'm just going to plug this thing in now and we're going to hear it. All the tones you're hearing in this video are coming from my PJD Guitars St. John Standard. This has a cream tea eliminator humbucker in the bridge, which is like a PAF style pickup, and a cream tea PJD P90 in the neck. This is going into the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6, which is running completely clean. The reverb you're hearing is coming from the Surfy Industries Surfy Bear Classic Spring Reverb Tank, and the amp is running into the 2-Notes Torpedo Captor X. So like I said, I've got the amp set completely clean, and that sounds like this. So the first bunch of tones I'm going to show you are going to be in cut mode. So that's with this toggle switch down. I'm going to start off with everything at midnight. So the output level, the tone, and the gain all set to midnight. I'm going to play a bit, and then we'll tweak the pedal and see how it sounds. So there's a huge range of tones on offer there. That really does go from really kind of low gain bluesy tones right up to some almost fuzzy tones on the neck P90 there. So I'm just going to reset the pedal now. And we're going to go to boost mode. And we're going to hear what that sounds like. So in boost mode, we are going to get a bit of a difference between the two sounds. So boost mode is going to be louder and there's going to be more gain on tap. So just before we actually hear boost mode in full, I'm just going to give you a quick example of the differences between the sides. So here's cut mode. And boost mode. So you can hear there is a big difference there between the volume and the gain amounts on offer. So obviously in this mode, as we push that gain control, we're going to be getting more gain out of this thing. go. There is the super badass dynamic overdrive from MXR. Now that is really dynamic. That does go from a really kind of subtle, just off clean bluesy crunch right up to some higher gain, almost again verging on fuzz things. So when I really cranked the gain on that, we did kind of go into this fuzzy territory. Now that is not one of the pedal's sort of main characteristics. What was actually happening there is I was pushing so much gain into the amp that it was actually causing the pre and the power amp of the clean amp that I'm using to clip slightly as well. So that's really cool because you can really kind of collapse your amp circuit in a really kind of fun retro rock kind of way too. So yeah, that's a really cool pedal. I think it's based off a Tubescreamer architecture. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that, but in the cut mode, it kind of feels Tubescreamer-y. And then in the boost mode, it's kind of its own beast. Now, I'm sure if I'm wrong about that, someone is going to know the right answer and they will correct me, but all that really matters there is that is a great sounding overdrive. It sounds good and they always feel good to play as well. And I think that's one of the most important things when it comes to choosing a drive pedal is getting that kind of consistent feel that you want from your tone. And I think this pedal really kind of nails that. If you like that kind of mid-pushed Tubescreamer-y type thing, this is going to be a great choice for anyone out there. So I would definitely recommend checking this thing out because I'm really enjoying the tones I'm hearing from this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the super badass dynamic overdrive. And if you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, while you're down there leaving a comment, give that subscribe button a hit as well because that would be very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I'll see you very soon.